morning, student. Our next chapter number 8, that is getting to know about the plants. In this chapter we are studying about the plant parts. First of all in this chapter we categorize the plants on the basis of, that is, herbs, shrubs, trees. How they are categorized? That is on the basis of short, medium size or tall. From the name clear, herbs are short, shrubs are medium sized, trees are tall. This chart is given in your book, page number 87, 8.1. First, herbs. Herbs are short, shrubs are medium sized, whereas trees are tall. That's why they are called trees. Next is, if they are short, that's why its stem is green and its stem is brown in color, whereas trees are also having brown in color. Whereas from the herbs having very thin stem, we can easily break it. Next is, shrubs also having thin, it will also break, but no, it is not difficult to break. It will not difficult for us to break. Shrubs, it will be little difficult for us to break, but it is also thin. Whereas trees are very thick stem. It is very difficult for us to break it with our hand. Herbs having very soft plants, soft stems. Shrubs are hard, whereas trees are very hard. And herbs may not have branches. Herbs may not have too much branches, whereas shrubs have branches near the base. You have seen the tulsi plant. Afterward, trees are having branches, but on the upper part of the tree. At the lower part, trees are not having branches. Afterward, herbs having lifespan of short lifespan, that is, it will live for only one season, whereas shrubs for many years, trees having lives for several years. Examples of these are, that is, herbs are tomatoes, mustard, sunflower, whereas shrubs are tulsi, lemon, rose, and trees, mango, pipal, afterward jamun, etc. Next we are going to categorize the plant with the weak stem. You have seen that is plants with weak stem. These are creepers and climbers. From the name clear, creepers are having weak stem and cannot stand straight. For example, mint, pudina and watermelon. Nowadays all of you are taking the watermelon. Next is climber. From the name clear, it will climb with the wall. Why they climb with the wall? Because they also having weak stem. Take the sport to climb. For example, pea, mutton and money plant. All of us know it very well. Just we had complete the shoot system. Now we are going to start our next, that is shoot system. Shoot system contains having stem, leaves, flower and fruits. Stem is a very important part of the plant, and stem is quite, as we know, stem is quite long and hold the plant upright. Clear? That stem is quite strong and hold the plant upright. The plant that is having strong stem and called the trunk. Trunk covers with the tough outer layer called the bark. It is little bit brown in color. Bark will protect the internal structure of the plant. Clear? Then stem is having buds. Now we are going to start, that is bud. Stem is having bud. First of all, what is bud? Bud is the small outgrowth on the stem. Bud is the small outgrowth on the stem. It is of two types. First is apical bud and axillary bud. Apical and axillary bud. Apical buds is a terminal. It is present at the terminal. Terminal means to say top of the shoot. means when the plant will grow, this is the apical part. It will help in the length, increasing the length of the plant. Next is axillary bud. It gives rise to many new branches. Means to say the stem, here it is stem, here that is this is the axillary bud, which will help in the help in the growth of many new branches. Now we are going to the functions of the stem. First of all, as all of us know that it gives support to the plant. Stem provide or gives support to the plant. It helps in conduction. What do you mean by conduction? In the previous video we have seen that root will absorb water and mineral from the soil. After absorption, it is having xylem vessel which will help in conduction. Conduction means to say transport of water and mineral from the soil to the top of the plant. Next, modification. What is modification? Means its function, it is modified. How it is modified? That is help in storage of food, as we have seen that in the previous. Roots is also storage of food. Stem is also work like a storage of food like onion, ginger and potato. These are underground stem which will store food. Next is manufacturing of food. How they will manufacture some herbs. We have done in the previous video, that is herbs are having green stem, or some desert plants are also having green stem. What they will do, because in desert plant their leaves are converted into spines, so the stem are fleshy and manufacture their own food by the process of photosynthesis, because it is green because green color pigment chlorophyll is present. Next, some plant having spine on it, that is it will protect the plant from the animal to eat. Now next topic we are going to cover shoot system is leaves. What are leaves? Leaves are the flattened thin green lateral structure. What are leaves? Leaves are the flattened thin green lateral structure, also called the kitchen of the plant. Why leaves are called the kitchen of the plant? Because it will manufacture food for the whole plant. It will manufacture food for the whole plant, because leaf having green color pigment, its color is green, all of us know very well. And why it is green? Because of presence of chlorophyll pigment. And in this topic we have to do the structure of the leaf. First, you will draw the leaf, or you will take the leaf from your home, outside your home. See, that is the green portion of the leaf is called the lamina. This is called the apex. And this is the midrib. Midrib again distributed as the veins. Midrib contains xylem vessels which will conduct water and mineral from the soil. Afterward, this is the leaf attached to the stem with the help of petiole. Clear? And here the stem. This is the stem from which the axillary bud will arise and new stems will grow from it. Next topic we are going to cover is parts of plant. All of you know that plants having roots, stem, leaves, flower, buds, all these parts are there. First, according to parts of plant, we have divided the plants into its parts into two parts: root system and shoot system. From the name clear, root system means underground the soil. Underground part of the soil, underground part of the plant that is under the soil is called root system. Then shoot system. From the name clear, above the ground means this part of the plant is above the ground. It contains stem, leaf, flower and fruits. The parts of plants, according to that, according to parts of plant, we are studying these parts system one by one. First part that I am going to take is root system. fibrous roots. Mostly trees. Mostly we are having trees are having tap roots. How tap roots are single root means main single root from where from it will that is it will come out from the seed germination means when the seed this is the seed will germinate like this. One part is called the pendule and one part is called the radicle. From radicle is the root part. It is a single lateral root. It is also called the lateral root. From the lateral root, there are small roots originate. That is primary root. Primary root, small roots will originate called lateral roots. It will under the soil and having a single root, main single root like a tree. Mostly trees are having tap roots, whereas fibrous roots, cereals, small plants. For example, wheat, grass, rice, all these plants are having fibrous roots. From the name clear, their roots are in the form of bunch, guchha, that is bunch of thin roots like fiber like roots. Roots arises from the base of the stem, that is base. It will like a fibers type root. Example of fibrous root is maize, wheat, that is all cereal, rice, etc. are having fibrous roots. Next we are going to, that is functions of roots. Next is functions of root. First function of root is fixation. From the name, that is root, hold the plant upright, means it will hold the plant tightly with the soil. If roots are not there, then plant will not hold upright and it will fall down. If we will stand this like this, it will fall down everyone. If it is having root on support, having some support, then it will stand up. Next function is absorption. All of you know that plants help in the absorption of water and mineral. How they will absorb? Because in their roots they are having xylem vessel which will conduct water, means absorb water and mineral from the soil and conduct it through it and through the stem. Afterward, last is preventing soil erosion. Here the question comes, what is soil erosion? Means removal of top fertile soil by wind, rain and water. Means root prevents soil erosion. Nowadays wheat is harvested. After harvesting, our field is blank and the soil that is fertile soil is with the blowing of air, it will blow off and there will be the millions and tons of soil is going to be lost here. Roots will help in preventing soil erosion. Next is modification. Modification means to say how roots modified themselves. First, roots modified them means first is for storage of food. We have eaten carrot, turnip, radish. All these are having swollen. They are in form of swollen because due to the storage of food. That's why they are called. It will store food or storage center of food also. Now next is additional support. Some roots provide additional support to the plant. For example, sugarcane you have seen and maize. They are also called the prop root. How they will arise from the nodes and give additional support to the stem in the form of pillars, like pillars. Next is fixation of nitrogen. This topic is new for you. That is pulses, peas, groundnut. They are fixing nitrogen. Why they are fixing nitrogen? In our atmosphere there are 78% of nitrogen. Plants cannot absorb nitrogen directly in the form of nitrogen, but it will convert it into soluble form, that is nitrites and nitrate. How it will done? Some plants like peas, groundnut having root nodule. Root nodule means to say in their root there are nodules, small nodules like knock-like structures are present in which bacteria lives called rhizobium, which will convert transferring nitrogen into nitrites or nitrate, and that is absorbed by the plant, because if we are providing the manure and fertilizer to plant, they are also rich in these are also rich in nitrogen. Next one is breathing roots. Some plants are having breathing roots. Their other name is called nematophores. Why they are called nematophores? Because they grow on marshy places. Marshy places means to say duldery places where roots are not able to absorb from, because its one function is to absorption. Roots are not able to absorb air because it is because of marshy, their pores are closed because of marshy places. That's why they will come out from the stem and having their numerous pores for the exchange of gases. If we can put plant in totally in water, it will die, because there no respiration will take place. Okay. Next is obtaining nutrition. You have listened the name of Amar bale. Amar bale, that is Amar bale having it will parasitic. In next class you will do, that is Amar bale arises from the stem, means it will provide the nutrition, having mutual relationship one another, so that one can absorb water and mineral from the soil, one can make food for them from with the help of photosynthesis. Yes, next we are going to start the venation. What is venation? Venation is the arrangement of the veins on the leaf blade. Means this is a leaf, these are venation. Venation means leaf के ऊपर जो lines होती हैं, arrangement होती है vein की, that is called venation. Venation is of two types, reticulate venation and parallel venation. Some plants having net-like pattern on the leaves, that is called the reticulate venation, like this. Cut type. This is reticulate venation. Example is people, China rose. All these are plants having a reticulate venation. Some plants having parallel venation. Parallel venation means to say run parallel to the midrib. This is the midrib. As I have explained, this is the midrib. So some plant having parallel venation like this. You can collect the leaf and find out the venation. For example, bamboo, sugarcane, maize, the plant which is having fibrous root, always having parallel venation. Okay. Then next topic we are going to start is the functions of leaf. You will learn the names only here. First, manufacture food. As all of us know that leaves are called the kitchen of the plant. It will manufacture food for the whole plant. Why it will manufacture food? Because it contains green color pigment called chlorophyll. In the presence of gas like carbon dioxide and water, it will form glucose and oxygen. Help in exchange of gases. How leaf help in exchange of gases? It is having stomatas on its surface that will help in exchange of gases. Next is transpiration. What is transpiration? Loss of water through stomata. Means excess of water. That is, if the plant having excess of water, how it will remove? It will remove it with the process called transpiration. Leaf also help in defense. How? Some leaves are converted into spine. It will protect the whole plant from the enemy. Next, some provide support like tendrils. Tendrils means जो climbers having the climber plant that will take the support of another plant or wall. How they will climb? With the help of tendril. Tendrils are circle-like stems, green color stem. Next function of leaf is reproduction. For example, bryophyllum, patharchak. When its leaf will fall down in the soil, from their birds, like it is having birds on the leaf margins. These are the birds. When it will fall down from the bird, new plant will arise. Next is storage of food. How storage of food? Onions leaves are thick and fleshy, help in the storage of food. Okay. Next on the stem, next topic we are going to take is flower. All of us know that the most attractive part of the plant is flower. It will attract insects and secrete nectar for the nectar to make a honey. Flower. First of all, we will do the structure of flower. From that is first flower attached to the attached with the petiole above that is petiole, that is pedicle, attached with petiole with the help of pedicle. With after pedicle there is a thick structure called thalamus, or from the thalamus flower will bear. First, the bud in which flower is closed inside, called sepal. Called sepal. It is green in color. What is it? It is green in color. It will protect the flower. Afterward, flower, then sepal, then petals. Petals are of colored part of the flower is called the petals. Next, flower having two parts, that is stamen and pistil. Stamen is the male part, whereas pistil is the female part. Pistil having pistil is divided into again three parts, that is stigma, style and ovary, where the insects sit. 5 insects sit here for pollination. That is stigma, style and ovary. This is the stigma. This tube is called the style, and the ovary contain ovule. These structures are called ovule, which will further convert it into seeds. Clear? Next is stamen. Stamen again contain two parts, that is anther, and this is the filament. Clear? This is the structure of flower. If flower contains both male and female part in one flower, then it is called bisexual. If it will contain only one part, that is pistil, then it is called unisexual, and stamen is the stamen is in the next flower, another flower of same species. Next is function is, what is the function of flower? Is to produce fruits and seed. How it will produce fruits and seed? This ovary contain ovules. When pollination will take place, after pollination, fertilization will occur. What is fertilization? That is fusion of male and female gamete. When and from anther, pollen grain will come here. This pollen grain sit here, and one tube will form, which will go enter in the ovary and send a male nuclei, and here the fertilization will start. What is fertilization? That is fusion of male and female gamete. It will later converted into, that is seed. Ovule will converted into seed, and the ovary is converted into fruit. Fruit is called the ripened ovary. So this is all about the